Please start.
Good morning, dear students. I am going to start a new chapter. I have told you in previous class the new lesson, that is electromagnetic induction. Page number is 163. The name of lesson is electromagnetic induction. The name of lesson is electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. This is new lesson. Electromagnetic induction. Page number 163. And first one, short question for you. Short questions. That is, first questions is telling us. Listen. Short question. First one. Today, first one's short questions for you. First short question for you. Listen, first question. A copper ring is suspended by a thread in vertical plane. One end of the magnet is held horizontally towards ring. How will the position of the ring be affected? Means there is a ring. Say this is a ring. This is suspended by a thread, and this is thread, and this is the plane, vertical plane, horizontal ring, vertical plane and horizontal bar magnet. Say this is bar magnet. This is say bringing towards the circular ring. This is copper ring. This is copper ring, which is suspended by thread, and the plane of the ring is in the vertical, and bar magnet is held horizontal. Then question is asking us, when a copper ring is suspended by thread in a vertical plane, the one end of the magnet is brought towards the ring, how will the position of the ring be affected? Means, say this is the bar magnet, one end whose north pole either south pole. Say in this figure, north pole is bringing towards the circular ring, that is copper ring. Then what is the how this ring is affected? Question is this. Means, listen then, when the bar magnet is bringing towards ring, the magnetic flux, that is magnetic flux phi. Magnetic flux phi relation B N A cos theta. This is magnetic flux, and which is equal to B N A cos theta. And what is B? Magnetic field strength. And what is N? Number of turns. And what is A? Area of the circular ring. And what is theta? Angle made by the magnetic field. Angle made by the magnetic field with normal plane to the ring. This is same normal. This is normal plane to the ring. This is normal, which is perpendicular to the plane of the ring, and this is theta. Then again listen, the magnetic flux phi is equal to B N A cos theta. And what is B? The strength of magnetic field. What is N? Number of turns. And what is A? Area of this circular ring. And what is theta? That is the angle between magnetic field and normal plane to the ring. The question is a circular ring which is suspended by thread, and the plane of the ring is lying horizontally, vertically, and a bar magnet is bringing towards horizontally towards the ring. A bar magnet which is held horizontally, which is bringing towards either north pole or south pole, is bringing towards ring. Then how will position of the ring is affected? Question is this. Then listen, when the bar magnet is bringing towards the ring, the strength of the field increases. means as strength field increases means there is change in flux. There is change in flux means that magnetic flux increases. So according to Faraday's law, whenever there is change in magnetic flux, then there is induced EMF is equal to minus E. The rate of change of magnetic flux, that is d phi watt, it is equal to induced EMF. Then induced EMF is produced. Nature is opposing. And what is Y minus? The minus sign is indicating us it has opposing behavior, opposing nature. Means nature is opposing nature. Then this is deflected. This is repelled. This is repelled. Means this that does not lie in the same position. This is repelled back. This is answer of this question. Opposing behavior, that is answer of this question. And now second question. Question number 2. A bar magnet falls through copper ring. Will its excitation be equal to G? Justify. Now another question. Question number 2. A bar magnet falls through copper ring. Will its excitation be equal to G? Justify. Another question. Now position of the ring is changed. Ring is held horizontally. A ring is held horizontally. Plane means plane lies in the horizontal plane. A bar magnet is dropped vertically. A bar magnet is dropped vertically. Say this is bar magnet which is dropped vertically. Question is asking us, will excitation is equal to G? Question is asking to us, this is the case of free fall? Question is this, means A equal to G or not? Means excitation of this bar magnet is equal to excitation due to gravity. Explain. Then listen, just what I discussed for you, when the bar magnet is dropped, the magnetic flux linked with the ring. This is circular ring, or magnetic flux linked with the circular ring increases. It means a change in magnetic flux. Means the strength of field increases. When bar magnet is falling vertically, the strength of magnetic field gradually increases. Means if the change in magnetic field, there is change in magnetic flux, means d phi watt dt. There is change in magnetic flux. But according to Faraday's law, the rate of change of magnetic flux is equal to induced EMF. And from Lenz's law, it has opposing behavior. Minus sign indicates it has opposing behavior. Means this is the induced EMF has opposing nature. Means opposing force causes by induced EMF. Means this is acts as viscous force, just like viscous force. Then this is not case of free fall. This is not case of free fall because this behaves as opposing force, viscous force, as like viscous force. Then this is not case of free fall. In this case, acceleration is not equal to G. It means acceleration is not equal to G. That is answer. Means acceleration due to gravity is not equal to acceleration of the bar magnet. That is answer. Means body is not case of free fall. That is answer. Means A is not equal to G. That is always less than. In other words, A is always less than G. This is answer. Means acceleration of the bar magnet is less than acceleration due to gravity. This is the answer of this question. Now third one question. A bird sitting on a high tension line where flies off when current is switched on. Why? Question, listen. A bird sitting on a high tension line, means high tension wire, high tension line wire, fly off means fly off. Urcha. When current is switched on, explain why. This is question. Means when we supply the current in the high tension wire. This is high tension wire. This is high tension wire. Any bird is sitting in the high tension wire. When current is switched on, then bird flies off. Why? What is nature? When the current is switched on, then magnetic flux increases. Magnetic flux increases means the strength of field increases. As B increases, magnetic flux increases. As flux increases, there is the induced EMF is produced around the wire, which is linked with the bird sitting in the high tension wire. Then negative sign indicates it has opposing behavior. Due to negative signs, opposing behavior, the birds flies off down the high tension wire. This is the answer. Again, listen about this question. When we switch the current in the high tension wire, then as I increase means current increases. As current grows or increase, due to growing increase in current, magnetic field also grows. When magnetic flux grows, then there is induced EMF, and according to Lenz's law, it has opposing behavior. Means the opposing induced EMF is linked with the body of the bird. Due to this reason, the birds have flies off. This is the answer of this question. That is question number 3. Now another question. Question number 4. State and explain Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Listen again question. State and explain Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. And you studied there are 2 laws, first law and second law. What are they? The first law you will learn. You studied there are 2 laws. First one law, that is first law. First law is there are 2 laws, and first law is whenever there is change in magnetic flux. Whenever there is change in magnetic flux, then induced EMF is produced, and it lasts whenever the magnetic flux is changing. That is first law. Means whenever there is change in magnetic flux linked with the coil, induced EMF is produced, and it lasts whenever there is change in magnetic flux. That is which law? First law. Now second law, another law. There are 2 laws. Another law, that is second law. Second law is the induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux. That is d∅ by dt. The induced EMF is directly proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux. Means the rate of the increase in the magnetic flux, with the increase in the rate of change magnetic flux, induced also increases, and vice versa. Means large value of d∅ by dt, large induced EMF. A small value of d∅ by dt, small value of induced EMF. This is which one law? Second law. And these are 2 laws of electromagnetic induction. This is your question number 4. Now question number 5. Listen then. What is asking us? Question number 5. If the number of turns of solenoid is doubled, if the number of turns solenoid is doubled, keeping the other factor constant, how does the self-inductance of the solenoid change? Means what is the effective coefficient of self-inductance? The question is that if the number of turns of the solenoid is doubled, means number of turns is increased by 2 times, keeping other factors constant. How does the self-inductance, the solenoid change? Means, what is the change in self-inductance? What is the change in self-inductance? Question is this. Say this is coil. Say this is coil whose length is equal to L, and area of each turn the coil is A. Then you studied value of coefficient of self-inductance is equal to mu naught into N square into L into A. Means this is volume of the coil. This is also equal to volume. Length into cross section, that is equal to volume. And question is asking us, listen, say this is coil having length L and A be the cross-section area of each turns. Then we know that coefficient of self-inductance, coefficient of self-induction, that is L is equal to mu naught N square into L into A, and L into A, that is equal to volume. Then repeat. Then here about this one terms, what is this? Mu naught is absolute permeability of free space. And what is N? Number of turns per length. Small n means N by L. Number of turns per unit length. Number of turns per unit length. Then N is replaced by capital N divided by small l whole square into L into A. Then our result becomes mu naught into N square into A divided by L. This is value of coefficient of self-inductance of a coil. This is absolute permeability of free space. This is Norton's front length. This is length of the solenoid. This is cross-sectional area of the each turn of the coil. Then a small n is replaced by N by L. What is N? Number of turns. And what is L? Length. Then N by L, that is number of turns per length, is equal to a small n, which is replaced by N by L. There are two L. Then one L is cancelled. Result is mu naught N square into A divided by L. And question is asking us number of turns increased by 2 times. Another factors remains constant, means only change in N and remaining A and L both are remains constant. Then what is value of new self-inductance? Then here, then L dash is equal to how much? L dash is equal to mu naught, and instead of N, that is twice N, because number turns is increased by how much times? 2 times. Number turns is increased by how much times? 2 times. Then new number turns is 2 into N. If there is 1000, there is 2000. If there is 4000, there is 8000. That is 2 times. That's why capital N is replaced by 2n, because in the question increased by 2 times. Other factors remains constant. Then 2n whole square into A divided by L. Then result becomes, our result becomes 4 into mu naught into 4 into mu naught into N square into A divided by L. And this is equal to L. This is equal to L. Then our result becomes L dash equal to 4 times of L. Means coefficient of self-inductance is increased by 4 times. But the number of turns increased by 2 times. That is answer of this question. This is a final result. When the number of turns is increased by 2 times. Other factors, that is cross-sectional area, length remains constant. Then coefficient of self-inductance is increased by 4 times in the previous case, that is in first case. This is also this question. This is question number your 5. Now question number 6. What are eddy currents? What are eddy currents? This is first part, and second part. How can this be reduced in a transformer? Listen then. What are eddy currents? How can these be reduced in the transformer? Question is eddy current. This is question number. This is your question number. Question number is your 6. Question number is 6. What is eddy current? How can we reduce in transformer? This is our question. Eddy current. Question asks us eddy current. What do you mean by eddy current? What is eddy current? And how can we minimize its value in the transformer? So you will learn when we take a thick metallic block. When we take a thick metallic block, so this is thick metallic block. This is thick metallic block. Not hollow cylinder, but this is solid block. This is solid block, solid metallic block, and this is placed inside the varying magnetic field. So this is placed inside the varying magnetic field, and so this is bar magnet. This is metallic block. This is metallic block. Metallic block. This is metallic block. Metallic block. This is metallic block, and this is a bar magnet which is bringing towards metallic block. When the bar magnet is bringing towards the block, then what happens? B increases, means the strength of field increase. As B increase, magnetic flux increases, means there is change in magnetic flux. If change in magnetic flux, there is change production of induced EMF, that is d phi by dt is equal to minus E. That is equal to d phi by dt is equal to minus C. Means opposing behavior. Means here is induced current. It means induced current is developed in the metallic block. Induced current is developed in the metallic block in the form of closed circuits. In the form of closed circuits, means current is developed in the metallic blocks in the closed circuits, and block has high value of cross-sectional area. Means when area increases, resistance decreases. Means R has a small value. R has a small value. R has a small value. When resistance decreases, value of current increases. Value of current increases. According to Joule's law of heating effect, when current increases, heating effect increases, because heat developed is equal to H barabar I square into R into T. So when current increases, value of heat developed increases, means there is large heating effect, and this current is known as eddy current. Then listen again. Say this is thick metallic block, any metal block, and this is bar magnet. And when this bar magnet is either bringing or moving away from the metallic block, then there is change in magnetic field. And change in field, there is change in magnetic flux. Whenever there is change in magnetic flux, induced EMF is produced. Means there is also induced current. Means metal block has large value of cross-sectional area. When area increases, value of resistance decreases. When R decreases, value of I increases. Then according to Joule's law of heating effect, H is equal to I square R into T. Means there is large value of heating effect in the metallic block. That current is known as ED current. Then listen short definition. The heat developed, current developed in a metallic block due to change in magnetic field or magnetic flux is known as ED current. But these currents are in the form of closed circuits in the metal block, and since the block has a small value of resistance, then the heat developed is large value. This is known as ED current. And this is first part. Now second part. How can be this minimized or reduced in a transformer? Then we can minimize or we can decrease this value of current by using thin sheets. No taking metal block. This value of current can be decreased or that is minimized in a transformer. Second part is asking us how can we minimize or how can we decrease this value of current in the transformer. Then we can minimize this current in transformer by taking thin iron sheets. Which are insulated from each other. A number of iron sheets are taken, which are insulated from each other. Means there is no formation of metallic block, only sheets. Means there is no contact between one sheet with another sheets. Then when small sheets are taken, then we can minimize value of ED current in transformer. That is the answer of this question. Means we have to take thin iron sheets which are insulated from each other. Then we can minimize the value of ED current in a transformer. Then there is less production of heat in the transformer. Means a small heating effect in the transformer. This is the answer for this question. This is about question number 6. Now question number 7. What is question number 7? Lenz's law follows the principle of conservation of energy. Explain. Lenz's law le follow garcha. Lenz's law obey garcha. Which one law? The principle of conservation of energy. Explain. How? Lenz's law follows. Lenz's law obeys. The principle of conservation of energy. Explain. Lenz's law is according to principle of consumption of energy. Explain how. Here, say this is ring, metallic ring. Say this is bar magnet. Say this is metallic ring. And say this is a bar magnet whose either north pole or south pole is bringing or moving away from the ring. Say first one case when the metallic ring is kept stationary. Say this metallic ring is kept at stationary and only bar magnet is held in motion. And in first case, say bar magnet is bringing towards the ring. When the bar magnet is bringing towards the ring, the strength of field increases. Strength of field increases. As field increases, magnetic flux increases. When there is change in magnetic flux, there is induced EMF. Then d phi by dt is equal to minus E. Means there is induced current is developed in the ring. Induced current is developed in the ring. So when current is into the ring, induced field is developed. This is induced field. This is induced production of induced magnetic field. This is direction of induced magnetic field. And what type of behavior? What type of behavior when the bar magnet is bringing towards the ring, then Direction of motion is opposed by this induced field. Means the current, the field produced by the magnet, that is opposed by the motion. Then what a behavior? Opposing behavior. That is minus sign. In other words, when bipollarity is bringing towards ring, motion is opposed by the induced magnetic field. This is in the case of bringing. If this is moved away, direction of current is reversed, and direction of field also reversed. Then this is in this case this is attracted. First case repelled, and for second case this is repelled. First one case repelled, and second case this is attracted. Means when this is bringing towards ring, motion is repelled, and when it is moving away, this is attracted. Then what a behavior? Opposing behavior. That is telling us which one sign? Negative sign. Means in order to change magnetic flux, means either increase or decrease magnetic flux, we have to perform external work. Means to increase magnetic flux or magnetic flux, external work has to be done against the opposing force, either attractive force or repulsive force. Means we have to perform external work. We have to perform external work, that is mechanical work. According to conservation, energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can change from one form to another form. Means that mechanical work is converted into electrical energy. This mechanical work is converted into electrical energy. This mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. That's why this law is according to conservation of energy. Energy can neither be created nor be destroyed, but can be changed from one form to another form. That is the answer. It means in order to change magnetic flux, means increase of flux or decrease magnetic flux, we have to perform the mechanical work against the repulsive attractive force. That mechanical work is converted into electrical energy. That's why Lenz law follows. Lenz law holds obey the principle of conservation of energy. This is answer to this question. That is question number 7. Now another question. Question number 8. What is question number 8? A transformer gets heated up while in use. Explain why. Question is this. A transformer gets heated up while in use. Explain why. Question is this. Why, when the transformer is used, means working, it is heated. Why? When transformer is working or that is in use, it gets heated. Just to mention in question number we have discussed in question number 6. Answer previous question we discussed. Means when transformer is used, there is production of eddy current. When the transformer is in use, there is production of eddy current. And eddy current has high value of heating effect. It has high value of heating effect. Due to this eddy current, the transformer gets heated. That is answer of this question. Means when the transformer is working or in use, the production of eddy current due to change in magnetic flux, due to production of eddy current, that is production of heat in the transformer. That's why when the transformer is in use, then it gets heated. This is the answer to this question. That is question number 8. Now another question. Question number 9. Why does excitation of a magnet falling through a solenoid decreases? Again listen. Why does excitation of a magnet falling through a long solenoid decrease? Explain. Now question number 9. Another question for you. Question number 9. When say this is long solenoid, say it is held vertically and a bar magnet is dropped across it, then its excitation is not equal to G. Excitation is not equal to G, that is less than G. Why? Is not equal to G. Action is always less than, that is called to action due to gravity, but always less than action due to gravity, means there is no case of free fall. Why? We have mentioned this question in previous question for you. Again listen then. So this is solenoid which is held vertically. So this is solenoid. So this is solenoid which is held vertically and bar magnet is dropped across its cross-sectional area. The excitation is not equal to G, means this is not case of free fall, but excitation is always less than G. Explain why. So when bar magnet is dropped, magnetic field increases. Magnetic field increases. As we increase, magnetic flux increases. As flux increases, there is production of induced EMF. That is called to minus C. And why minus? It has opposing nature, opposing behavior. Means induced EMF is produced in the coil and it has opposing nature. Due to opposing induced EMF, the motion is opposed by this opposing induced EMF. Then excitation is not equal to G but always less than G. This is answer of this question. Means the induced EMF developed in the coil behaves as opposing force, viscous force, or frictional force. This is answer of this question. This is your question number 9. Now another question. Question number 10. A vertical magnetic field is perpendicular to vertical plane of loop. When the loop is rotated through horizontal axis in the plane, the current produced in the loop reverses twice per direction. Explain why there is two reverse direction in one rotation. This is, and we know that production of AC current in the coil. Production of AC current in the coil. And we know that induced EMF in the coil is called to P into N into A into omega into sine into theta. And theta is omega t. This is induced EMF in a coil. This is induced EMF in a coil. Then listen, shear number of each turns. This is induced EMF, this is the strength of field, this is number of turns, this is area of the coil, this is angular velocity, and this is the angle made by the magnetic field with the normal. Then this is value of induced EMF. So we know that behavior is as like this. The alternating EMF has this behavior. So when theta is in first case, say when magnetic field is parallel to the normal, this is normal line and this is magnetic field. then angle between magnetic field and normal plane to the loop is 0 degree. Then sin 0, 0. Sin 0, 0. Then induced EMF is also 0. When rotating, say this is rotating gradually. When theta 0, induced EMF is also 0. When theta 0 degree, induced EMF also 0. When theta is 90 degree, then induced EMF maximum, that is E naught. This is known as peak value. This is B and A is equal to E naught into sin theta. Then this is known as peak value of induced EMF. Then this is initial condition. This is after rotation say how much angle? 90 degree. When theta is equal to say 180 degree. Then sin 180 0. Then again induced EMF becomes 0. Induced EMF again becomes 0. When theta is 270, then into theta 180, this is 0. Now theta is equal to say 270 degree. When theta 270 degree, then value of sin 270 minus 1. This is minus 1, this is in the reverse direction. Then this is minus E naught, but magnitude is same, direction is opposed. This is value in the case when theta is 270. Say when theta becomes, when again this is first condition, when theta again say 360, this is one complete sum. This is initial condition, this is 1/4, this is half condition, this is 3/4 condition, this is complete sum. Then induced EMF again becomes 0. Means then what is the reason? What is the cause? Then answer is there is changing the angle between direction of magnetic field and normal. Due to changing the angle between magnetic field and normal plane loop, value of induced EMF reverses 2 times in one complete rotation. This is the answer of this question. This is your question number 10. Now question number 11. What is question number 11? A sheet of copper is placed between poles of electromagnet with the magnetic field perpendicular to the sheet. When it is pulled out, a considerable force is required, and the force required increases with the speed. Explain why. Question is this. Question again, listen. This is question number 11. A vertical, question number, a sheet of copper. A sheet of copper is placed between poles of electromagnet. Say this is north pole. Say this is south pole. Say this is bar magnet, that is electromagnet. Say this is south pole, this is north pole, and this is copper sheet. This is copper sheet. When the magnetic field is acting from north pole to the south pole. Question is now listen. Question number 11. A sheet of copper is placed between poles of electromagnet. This is north pole, this is south pole, and this is copper sheet. This is placed between electromagnet. And then when it is pulled out, means it is gradually taken between the two poles, then some considerable force is required, and the force increases with the increasing speed. Means the listen, when this copper sheet is gradually removed from between the poles, then some force required. Means listen, the value of magnetic flux decreases. Magnetic flux link, answer is magnetic flux linked to the sheet gradually decreases. gradually decreases. As there is decrease in multiflux, then there is production of induced EMF. Means whenever there is change in multiflux, either increase or decrease, the multiflux decreases. That is change in flux. Whenever there is change in flux, there is production of induced EMF. And according to Lenz law, it has opposing behavior. Means when it is moved away, there is what a behavior of force? Attractive force. Due to Lenz law, there is production of attractive force. That's why this force is attracted. This pole is attracted by this electromagnet. This is also this question. And second part, the force, the value of force increases when increasing the speed. Means when it is pulled with large velocity, then there is large change in flux. As large in flux, large induced EMF. That's why large force is required to pull with large velocity. This is the answer of this question. This is about question number 11. Now question number 12. A long straight conductor passes through center of metallic ring perpendicular to its plane. If the current in the conductor increases, does current get induced in the ring? Explain. Again listen question. A long straight conductor passes through center of metallic ring perpendicular to its plane. If the current in the conductor increases, does the current gets induced in the ring? Explain. This is question. Say this is wire, and say this is circular ring, vertical plane and horizontal wire. Say this is circular ring which is held vertically, and such that wire passes perpendicular to its plane, and this is ring, and when this is wire carrying current I. Question is that when the value of I is gradually increased, then there is production of current in the ring. Explain. This is the question. Say this is again this question. Say this is circular ring, and say this is wire, and this is held fixed, and only current is increasing in the wire. When the value of current is gradually increased, when the value of current is gradually increased, is there production of current in the ring? Explain. Yes. How? Listen. When we increase value of current in the wire, then there is increase in magnetic field. According to Bayer-Savart's law, when value of I increases, B increases. So when I increase, B increases. As B increases, there is increase in flux. There is increase in magnetic flux. So whenever there is change in flux, there is production of induced EMF. Means d phi by dt is equal to induced EMF. Means listen then. When the value of current is gradually increased, the value of field also increases. As B increases, flux also increases. As flux increases, there is production of induced EMF. Means induced current is developed. Yes, there is production of induced current. When the current is gradually increased in the wire, then the field is gradually increased, that is linked with the ring. That if B increase means flux increases. As flux increases, there is production of induced EMF. Due to increasing field or increasing flux, there is production of or generation of induced current in the ring. This is the answer to this question. This is your question number 12. Now question number 13. Can a transformer be used with DC? Why or why not? Can we use DC in the transformer? No. Can we use DC in the transformer? No. Transformer does not work with DC. Why? So we know that in the transformer there are two types of coil. One is primary coil. The symbol of AC. This is primary coil. And this is secondary coil. This is a secondary coil. This is secondary coil. Secondary coil. This is secondary coil. Secondary coil. So when we apply DC, this is symbol of AC. First one case say, when we apply DC, does the transformer work? No. Why not? So when we apply DC, the value of current remains constant. Value of current remains constant. The value of current remains constant. Remains constant. And we have seen in the DC current, behavior of current is constant with time. Magnitude of current remains constant, means I is equal to constant with respect to time. This is the behavior of DC current. As DC current remains constant, as value of current remains constant, value of V also remains constant. As V constant, flux also is constant. Flux also constant. As flux constant, then d phi by dt is equal to 0. No induced EMF. Means, what is the answer? So when we apply DC in the transformer, value of current becomes constant. As I current becomes constant, value of field also constant. As V remains constant, flux becomes constant. As flux constant, no change in flux. As flux constant, no inducing wave. That's why transformer does not work with DC, but only with AC. This is the answer of this question. The due to this reason, transformer does not work in the DC voltage or DC supply. This is the answer of this question. Now another question for you. Question number 14. Pairs of conductors carrying current into or out of power supply components of electronic components are twisted. Why? Pairs of conductors are pairs of conductors carrying current into or out of the power supply components of the electronic equipments are twisted together. Why? Means what are twisted together? Why? Twisted together. Why? Means wires are twisted. Wires are twisted as like this. Why? This is question. Wires are twisted together. Why? Into, either into or wide or out. Wires are twisted. Why? Question is this. The two wires are twisted together. Explain why. Question is this. If pairs of conductor are twisted, explain why. When the two wires are twisted, there is a minimum percent of self-induction. That is back EMF. Back EMF is minimum. Opposing EMF is minimum. opposing induced EMF is minimum. That oppose means magnetic field developed in the two wards are opposite to each other. That's why the field produced by one wire is cancelled by other wire. Means there is minimum opposing behavior. Due to this, current can easily pass through wire. Due to this reason, the two wires are coupled together for out current or in current. Okay, today is this much only, and remaining class, remaining question that is in the next class, that is in another day. Sir will inform you. Today is this much only. Remaining short questions we'll discuss next day. That is, we have discussed today. We discuss up to question number 14. Next day we'll discuss from question number 15, and we'll also start the numerical based from this lesson. Okay, today is this much only, and remaining questions are similar to each other, even though we'll discuss for you. That is, today is this much only. Thank you. Today is this much. Thank you. Hello, sir. Come on, system. Sir? Oh, thank you.